All right. Hey, y'all be careful out there. Parker Fox just said that there's accidents everywhere. I'm sure the lady that does traffic said that as well, but I don't listen to that.
What a
My
mess.
apologies. What a mess. Hey, Parker, am I right? Is it terrible out there?
Roads are garbage or what?
Yeah, roads are bad. Bad roads.
It's getting slushy, huh?
Yeah, it's like 45 minutes from like Como area in St. Paul to
No
over
kidding.
here. So, yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, little slushy, couple crashes.
Oh, great.
Parker, I didn't know you could dunk the basketball.
I can do
saw
that.
a video the other day of you doing that. That's super cool, man.
On a breakaway, too. You had an option to really get flashy. You went pretty standard,
He's a team
right?
guy.
Yeah.
It's not all about you.
The moment I got it, I was like, I'm going to throw this off the backboard. And then I was like, it's exhibition game. There's 1,000 people here.
I hate how easily you did that.
What would have Ben Johnson's reaction have been if you had thrown it off the backboard to yourself?
If I would have made it, he would have said nothing. But if I would have missed it, he would have given me a stern
talking
what
to.
in the heck are you doing type of talk. Yeah.
What kind of percentage did you give yourself to throw it off the backboard to yourself in that spot?
99%. Like, I'm going to make it. But then there's that one little ounce of doubt where you're like, because it's not like it's a difficult thing. Like, I don't mean to, like,
Right. You're tall.
Very
You're
easy for me.
5'6". It's
Yeah,
not
it's
really.
a little harder for
I can't
Hawk,
touch
you know.
the net. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, so it's like, it's not a difficult thing, but it's like, okay, if somehow the ball like slightly comes out of my hand weird, or there's a rim there where if it just hits a little part of the rim versus just the
Big brother.
backboard, or, you know,
Or
one of
did
those
you,
little things.
did you see John Morant?
I did see John Morant.
So John Morant has a breakaway steal and goes to throw it behind his back, do a backwards dunk. But when he throws it through the rim, the ball bounced off his head
And goes back out?
out.
So it doesn't count?
Did not count. No.
Why?
Really?
Because it didn't go all the way through the net. Like because he jumped so high, it basically went like halfway
just
down
the
and then popped
cylinder
out.
of the hoop though that it has to go through?
No, it's got to go through.
Yeah.
Really? I never
So the
knew that.
net is part of the goal? If they took the nets off,
That's a good point.
Good point. I don't know.
Good point.
I do not know how far it has to go through, but it did not go through the bottom of the net because it bounced off his head when it was. I don't know if it ever actually went under the rim, if that makes sense.
Cleared the
whole ball
cylinder.
did not go
It
through the
might not have
cylinder.
cleared the cylinder because it hit it
Okay.
because he jumped so high.
Yeah.
So here's a cool steal, breakaway dunk, throws it behind his back, and it bounces off his head and out through the cylinder. So maybe that would have been Parker if he would have gotten flashy. Who knows?
Not good.
I didn't.
Sweet.
I didn't think about this until I heard Anthony Edwards talk about it on that Netflix show. And he's like, dunking's cool, but it kind of hurts. And I'm like, I guess so. Like if you're like slamming your hand down onto this rim, and especially if you're gonna grab onto it, sometimes the little the little tines or whatever that hold the net on can probably rake your fingers. Like, does it actually hurt?
It's like, and I don't have as many scars right now, but it sometimes looks like you're hurting yourself on your wrists from dunking, because
No kidding.
Yeah, and you'll get these red marks on your wrists, but it's less on your calves of your hands, especially for guys that can really get up, like an Anthony Edwards,
Right.
and you're slamming your wrists into the rim, so you're slamming the ball down into the hoop.
Because you're palming the ball.
You're palming the ball, and then the rim's hitting you like mid wrist. And
I'm so glad I
it'll
can't
cause
do that.
like blisters
Yeah,
and
that
stuff on your
sounds-
wrist.
I don't
Especially when
want
you're
that
really
burden.
hammering it down. Now you can go and just you'll see guys kind of
Sack.
flush the ball down.
Yeah.
But if you're really kind of going for it, it can hurt. Especially when you're dunking over people like John Collins. He dislocated his finger on that one. I don't know if you saw that video, but yeah, the rim is not forgiving.
I don't know. It's one of those things I wish I had that problem.
You can dunk.
No.
You
I mean,
can't?
I could in high school.
You could
but
in high
not
school
now.
for sure. You couldn't dunk right now?
No.
Let's try it.
No. I think I'd blow both of my Achilles out.
I think if you got
God, that'd be great.
a week or two of just like some easy plyo.
And I was a Dominique dunker. I was a 2-footed dunker.
Yeah.
Human highlight.
One
reel.
hand.
He was like one of my favorites growing up. And honestly, like whatever my body physiology and makeup is, like I was not great off of 1 foot, even on a fast break. I'd have to gather and I'd go off 2 feet, and I could do most things as far as dunking, but like that ship has sailed a long time ago.
It must be fun though, Parker. Like, I can still dunk on like an 8.5 foot rim.
Yeah.
Right. In high school, we'd put it down to like 8 so everybody could dunk.
Yeah.
Dunk ball's the best.
Oh, it's the
You
best.
get to live it on a 10-foot hoop like a real human being.
Yeah,
The rest of us have to pretend.
Yeah, it's pretty fun, especially when you get like a really good highlight one. I had one last year. It was a tip slam. I was like a rebound, and there's a guy, and I grabbed it like Statue of Liberty type and put it on his head as my eyeballs went crazy. But
That's great.
Yeah,
That was
that's
a fun one.
sweet.
That would be
dude.
so good. It's like making somebody
you
your
should be
beer.
proud of that. Yeah.
What's your best kind of dunk sauce?
Dunkin' Oreos and milk.
I knew it. Yeah.
Those are good though.
Donuts.
Yeah.
Hey,
Vertical, not sauces thing.
No, not my thing. No.
I know that I've probably asked you this before, so my apologies. But how old were you when you dunked it for the first time, and do you remember doing it?
Yeah, I wasn't actually too young. I was going into my sophomore year of high school was my first time I dunked. I dunked a volleyball one time, and then I took one of the girls' ball because I could palm it, but I couldn't palm a guy's ball yet.
How tall were you at this point at 15 or 16 years old?
Probably about 6'2".
6'2"?
Right around,
That's still jumping pretty high, though.
That's pretty good, man.
I was 5'10", 120 pounds in freshman football weigh-ins.
Start over. Hang on. So this is what age? 15?
Freshman football. Yep.
So 15.
Trying out for the football team.
And
I
you're
weighed
what?
in at 5'10", 120.
That's a huge bitch.
Yeah. Little roaming free safety.
Yeah, string bean.
Come up, make a play. Played the JV team against Hill Murray one time came up in the just kind of stepping up. Linebackers got blocked, and me and running back knee right to the side of the head, and I was out. That was
Night.
Oh
Wow.
yeah, nighted me. Had 2 picks that game though, so don't.
Oh, well, yeah, no.
You don't remember them, but yeah.
I don't remember them, but they're somewhere in there.
It's because the kid couldn't
Yeah.
throw over top you.
Yeah, and then broke my hand last game of the football season and called it quits.
Okay,
because-
honestly, because I've never been knocked out like that.
Yeah.
What is the feeling like?
Oh, dude, I don't even really remember. I remember playing on like this crappy grass field that Hill Murray before they had their nice new stadium, and just literally stepped up, knee to the side of the head, and was just saw black. I got up like 5-6 seconds later and like continued to play, and then I subbed myself off. I was like, yo, this football thing I'd rather do basketball and dunk balls.
You had 2 picks,
play.
though.
Yeah, I had 2 picks, which was fun. But
That should be enough to bring you back.
Yeah, no, that was basketball
But
for me.
it doesn't really hurt, though, right? You just get
No,
like,
it's just like my ACLs too. When both ACL tears, there was no pain for me at all. It was just like I think
Shock
it's just the
factor?
shock and the adrenaline and all that's going on as a competitor. But yeah, that's when I kind of realized that season I was like, yeah, football's no longer for me. I'm just gonna be coddled and play basketball.
All right, let's do Fan 5.
Let's do it, man. I have something for you, by the way. I just read that I didn't know about that I find kind of interesting.
It's time for Fan 5, brought to you by Builders and Remodelers.
Hey,
Thank you,
thanks,
Builders
Builders and
and
Remodelers.
We
Well,
love
do you
you.
want to go first?
Yeah, please.
Go for it.
So, Diggs tore his ACL.
Yes, done for the year.
Yeah, done for the year, as you said. I was just reading, though, agreed to something of a unique contract maneuver after his trade to Houston from the Buffalo Bills in April. The Texans voided the final 3 years on his contract after 2024, then added a portion of the 2025 salary into 2024. Diggs' calculus for the move, he received an additional $3.5 million in guaranteed money in 2024. And now he can hit the free agent market this summer seeking a lucrative new deal.
Not great timing to tear your ACL.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So that's exactly what they're saying, that he kind of gambled and probably will lose quite a bit of money on making that gamble. But I think it was a good gamble on his part, right?
not really in hindsight.
Hard to say.
Obviously in hindsight, but I mean, at the time, you always bet on yourself, don't you?
Yeah, it's true.
So, Ben, how about this one? Speaking of the Diggs injury, so we just have been asking all week, right? How are the Gophers favored at Illinois with everything that we've laid out all week?
Yeah.
How about this one? Because of the Diggs injury and Nico Collins still on IR with the hamstring problem, the 6-2 Texans tonight, Thursday Night Football.
They're 6-2.
6-2.
Yeah.
And most of those are pretty convincing wins. Obviously, the Vikings torched them, but otherwise, 6-2. The 6-2 Texans are at the 2-6 Jets, who have lost 5 straight, and the Jets are 1.5-point favorites.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Unless they're really putting some stake into this, the cayenne drink that, Aaron Rodgers has.
Yeah, he's got an elixir, but also they must just think that the Texans don't have any weapons. So despite all of the Jets' flaws, how is Houston going to put up points? I don't know.
I'd put $1,000 on the Texans. I mean, they still can run the ball and they have a really good defense. I mean, we were talking about this when we were playing the Jets, even in London. The Jets seem like a broken team, like a broken organization.
And that was before they fired the coach.
And that was before they fired the coach.
But you don't think they have enough talent to maybe spark something one night?
Well, that's what everybody keeps waiting on every single week. It's like you listen to the critics and the experts, and they're like, they start listing all of the talented people on their team. And yes, on paper, they look like a good football team. And everybody's thinking like, oh, this will be the week. This will be the week. I think at some point in time, this is a broken team. Yeah. I think that 2024 season for the Jets is over.
Just out of curiosity, do you know what Rodgers claims to be drinking and what the benefits claim to
Well,
be?
wasn't
or
it just
not?
water and cayenne?
Oh, I don't know. Is that what it
Yeah.
was?
Cayenne pepper?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. It's like
Isn't that what people
I just
use for
wanted to say
cleanses?
yeah, that's what people do on cleanses. I don't know. I never saw his actual. I didn't visually see him talking about it. I'm guessing it was probably tongue in cheek of like being very sarcastic, because it's very much what people do when they do like a fast sort of situation. Like you do lemon juice, water,
Exactly.
and cayenne pepper, and you can.
So work.
It gives you something other than just water as you go through like a 24 or 36 hour fast.
Ben, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
And an admission. Do you remember we were at the hotel, or the team hotel? We had just gotten there in London, and I had that little thing that looked like a 5-hour energy, and only it was beet juice. Remember I asked you about that? And I
From
said,
Shrewd Farms.
Who, me?
I said, what does this do? And you said, it'll clean you out.
Oh, it will.
I've been
beet
flirting.
juice?
I've been flirting with that son of a bitch, and I'm afraid to take it.
You should do it.
You think so?
Wait, the beet juice?
Yeah.
No. I don't think I said it.
Maybe it was Burst that you told me that.
I don't think it cleans
Somebody
you out.
told me it cleans me out.
No, beet juice is a natural. It's a natural Viagra.
Really?
Excuse me?
Beets, yeah. So beets.
Is that why they call it beet juice?
Jeez.
That's exactly
Who,
what
me?
they call beet juice.
Are you serious? I did not know that because we have it
Beets
in our
are
facility
natural
too.
Viagra.
So beets are a vasodilator. So like they basically
So
like
she should drink it.
expand your vascular system. So
No wonder the Shrewds procreate
Yeah.
so efficiently.
it works the same as like a nitric oxide for like a pre-workout,
Like the stuff
So
that Vin
athletes-
Diesel has in his car.
Exactly.
well,
The NOS.
He's just
Yeah.
trying to finish his sentence.
So a lot of athletes will drink beet
He knows what he's
juice.
talking about. The rest of us don't.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, go
Sorry,
ahead.
Ben.
A lot of athletes will drink beet juice before they work out. And even powerlifters and people that just like it's before you go work out, it's supposed to like increase your circulation.
Interesting.
So if you do a daily regimen of beet juice before you go to bed or before, wild time, then the theory is it's
Supposed to be good for you.
helps you.
I wish the answer was the clean you out thing, because then we could put Tommy in one room, Hawk in the other. Tommy has 30 Reese's peanut butter pumpkins.
Yep.
Hawk slams this beet juice, and we see who creates the most of a mess, basically within a 24-hour period. Be a fun experiment,
Well, listen, I got my new toilet,
Yeah.
so I'm willing to do anything.
Give it
right?
overnight
And,
oats.
and Tommy will do it for fun.
I can't tell you guys how much I love that warm toilet seat.
He's got a
I
new
know,
custom toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parker, it changed my life.
Really?
Yeah.
That's sweet,
Your
dude.
tush is never cold.
Between that and the beet juice, I
Yeah.
am a
Who,
master.
me?
You are the ideal human right now.
Good for you, Hogs.
We're all happy for
I'm
you.
proud
here.
of you, man.
How is this beet juice natural Viagra thing not a more well-known thing?
Yeah, I
I
did
don't
not
know.
know.
I mean,
that.
there's a lot of natural products out there that we don't talk about. I don't know, because maybe Big Pharma doesn't want you
Well,
to
then
talk
tell
about
us
it.
other ones.
Yeah, tell me more about how you can get an erection.
Tell him more about
I don't
53,
know.
I need a lot.
Besides, because I'm not drinking beet juice. I can't do that. That sounds disgusting.
Have you ever tried
just
it?
all you
No.
get,
Me?
just,
Terrible.
Just Google.
Terrible.
It's so bad. It stains your teeth like that kind of that
Whoa.
reddish color too.
And the thing is, like, it's kind of like if you're going to the store to find beet juice, it's almost like apple juice and orange juice. Like, don't buy the junky stuff that's made from a concentrate. Like, it's. I mean, the best thing you do is actually just eat beets,
Yeah, I'm not
just like
doing
the
that either.
actual raw,
Battlestar Galactica.
the actual vegetable. That's the best way to get all the benefits.
I'm all
so
for
if
two.
If you're gonna go buy beet juice, I don't know, maybe it's the Knudsen brand or whatever. Like, you want the 100% real beet juice, and it doesn't taste great. So like, you have to find a way to sort
Yeah,
of
but
like,
don't be a quitter.
yeah, don't be a quitter.
I'll bring some in next week. We'll try it.
Is there any chance that I can get natural Viagra from things like waffle fries?
I don't think so.
Damn it.
I mean, it's a
What
quick
about
Google,
milkshakes?
A quick Google search. Do like foods, Viagra effect or something like that.
All right.
Tommy turned around.
There are others out there. I don't know all of them, but I'm pretty confident that the beets are on there.
Man.
Like oysters, that's like
dark chocolate.
that's like a natural sort of testosterone booster. That's why people when they eat oysters, sometimes they get a little randy at night.
The aphrodisiac factor.
Yeah, the
So is
aphrodisiac
dark
factor.
chocolate in that conversation
I
then
believe
as well?
so. Yeah.
'Cause that I can do.
Strawberries.
Any sort of vasodilator is like
Whoa.
considered.
I don't have a
believe-
vaso.
Copyright Zach
wishes he
Halverson.
did.
I believe Vasodilator is playing the Fillmore on Sunday.
Huck wouldn't show up to work if he had one of those.
All right, here's what we got. We got berries, salmon, Olive oil?
I guess, huh?
Whole
Extra
grains.
virgin.
Wait a minute, this can't be.
Wait, what are you reading? That's not right.
Best foods for ED.
Oh,
Oh, here you go.
pistachios.
Kumquat.
Whoa.
Kumquat will probably do it.
Jesus.
Chamomile tea. Bergamot juice.
The hell's that?
The guy who played the Joker.
Yeah, brilliant.
Or Penguin, I mean.
Burgess Meredith?
Thank you.
Oh, by the way, are you caught up on Penguin?
No, I haven't even started yet.
There's a little tip of the cap to Burgess Meredith in the Penguin. There's a jewelry store called Burgess Jewelry, and I caught that. I'm like, that's 100% intentional.
Yeah.
Tip of the cap to the old G Penguin. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, he was.
That guy's got to be deader than hell. He's
Oh,
got to
yeah,
be
he's
dead
been
for
dead.
40
Probably
years,
died.
probably.
Quite sometime, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Burgess Meredith. What the hell is that kind of juice, though? Burgwa juice? What did you say?
Bergamot.
Never heard of it.
I mean, artichoke
Burgess died
heads
in 97. Yeah. Ew. Whoa.
and bell peppers. There you go. Sorry, Cor.
Yeah, I needed
Looks
it
like
to
you're
be
drooping.
cinnamon rolls and barbecued baked lays.
Looks like Big Farmer's your best choice, brother.
Yeah. Listen to the Hulkster.
I'll eat that all day. Shout out to Big Pharma. By the way, I'm going to be doing commercials for them. Corey Cove here for Big Pharma. Try Big Pharma
Good for
today.
you.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not, dude?
All right, that'll do it for
right.
sports.
Yeah, I got some stuff for you when we come back.
All right, headlines and more with Parker Fox, Ben Lieber, and the rest of the Power Trip Morning
Hey,
Show.
Parker, real quick, just so you know, the clock's changed this weekend, so be ready.
Oh, thank you. You're welcome. Needed to
Kids
know
don't
that.
know about that stuff. All right, final segment, Power Trip Morning Show. Parker's over there, Ben's over there, cast of thousands. Tomorrow we have a very big Power Trip Morning Shows. Of course, John will be back with us. Chris hadn't been with us in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, the return of John Creasel.
He'll be back. We'll do the Charts Challenge, of course, and we'll also have the Christmas speech at 7 o'clock.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's right. That's tomorrow. We officially
love that
start Christmas
speech.
season tomorrow.
Have you worked on it / finished it?
I've thought it through.
Bullet points?
Yeah, exactly right.
It'll be
I'll
great.
finish it tonight, and then I'll rewrite it tomorrow morning in panic. Yeah.
And
It'll
then
be great.
Nafisa Collier.
Yeah, how about that?
Of
Now
the
that's
Minnesota
cool.
Lynx
way.
Yeah, she's playing the initials.
makes her initials
Ooh.
debut and Power Trip debut. She should be here about 8, so we'll have about 15 or so minutes to talk to her about the Lynx season
What?
before we jump into initials. Are we up to, I think it's 77,000 tomorrow too, right?
Is that?
It's a lot of money.
Ben, what's your
Wow.
intuition saying for the initials
Kessler.
tomorrow? Just, I can't obviously confirm or deny right now, but just feel it. Guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna go CD.
CD. Your instincts are telling you CD. Okay. Remember, you had a dream. You had a dream once that you knew the initials, and then we found
Yeah,
out
and then,
those
and then
were
nothing
not right.
happened. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Guardsy.
Would have been unbelievable.
No,
It would
have been
he's
really
not here,
cool.
Pat.
It would have changed your life. Honestly, can you imagine how much that would have tripped you out if you had truly dreamt the right initials? You would have had to ask, like, what's going on in my dreams here? How did
know.
I access that?
Who am I?
Right.
I would just I would try to sleep all day long.
All day
Because I
long.
just would want to be in my dreams.
like Parrish.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Just sleep all day.
Could be some elite initial tuition.
Okay. He said 3 things all show, and that's one of
That's
them.
one of them. Yep. Hey, Cor,
Yes, sir.
because we loaded him in, can I play some audio?
Of course.
Here's KOC talking about Blake Cashman's injury.
Blake will do. He will do basically a full allotment of work on the side field today, just to make sure he feels ready to roll moving into the week of practice. If for whatever reason it might be smart to hold him for this week. I think we can have some pretty good understanding after today about where Blake's at. He's done everything we've asked him to do, and I'm still really hopeful we'll have him Sunday night.
Ben, any rhyme or reason to a turf toe? Like how long it'll take?
I mean, it's like every ligament injury. There's levels and of severity. So nobody knows like the level of his severity, but I mean, clearly the initial diagnosis was not so severe that needs surgery, because that's sometimes the case, and they think they can just work through it. And also they must have thought like, well, it's not so severe that we'll put him on the 4-week IR, that he can come back from this. So he was, unfortunately kind of like stuck in between. And let's hope, I mean, he said it there at the very end, let's hope that he can have him for Sunday night.
And let's hope we can have Cam Robinson for Sunday night as well. Here he talks about that.
We've got great communicators up there on the offensive line from Garrett on out. that can help him. And really, when you get into it in certain phases of your offense, first and second down, there might be some nuances to the run game or play action protections here and there. But the tackle spot is one where on those weighty downs and drop back pass and those things.
Sorry, coughed right into the microphone. I thought I turned it off, and I turned
Rosie.
it on. Meat sauce did.
No, what? No, that's the Rosie.
What's your gut telling you about Cam Robinson?
Yeah, what's your intuition
My
telling
gut or
you?
intuition telling
Same
me?
thing.
Both.
Practice.
So, did I understand it correctly that he can't practice just yet because he still has the concussion thing he's got to clear and all this other stuff, right? I mean, KOC made it sound like there's a possibility he could play on Sunday.
Well, I thought he was cleared from the concussion thing, but they started Walker Little at left tackle.
Yeah.
And then when Walker Little moved because somebody else got injured, they didn't put him in. I think he's been cleared to play.
Got to be
From
better
what
if
I-
his name is Little Walker.
I don't know if he's cleared the Vikings.
I'm a little man.
Yeah, I'm a little
exactly,
confused.
Pat, you get it.
I am a little confused on his actual availability for even practice this week and into the game. Listening to KOC makes it sound like there's not really an issue, and that maybe he can slide in at least on a short notice and play left tackle. Look, I think having him available to play, maybe not even start, I think would be an ideal situation. I am a little curious about where does Dalton Reisner fit with all of this? Mm-hmm. I know we're talking left tackle, but if Dalton Reisner now is second week, he's fully healthy, do they put him in the lineup? Or is there a little bit of a shuffling that happens at left guard there? Does Dalton go into left guard? If that's the case, then how does that affect new guy in Dalton Reisner coming in that hasn't played all season long and then has to be sort of that communication device with Cam Robinson at left tackle? Or do they must maybe have to keep Brandell there just to make sure that there's some solidarity with the whole lineup and the chemistry? The Dalton Reisner situation, too, is very intriguing to me, how he fits into a new left tackle.
Well said.
What do you have to do when you get, you have to get, the team has to give you a physical, right? You have to pass that.
You got to pass the physical. You got to do all this. Yeah. Yep. You got to do all that stuff, which, since the trade has been finalized, I think all of that has checked out.
Yeah.
So, usually, sometimes, these trades don't go through. It's very rare, but sometimes they don't go through when they deem this person like, oh, that's a red flag that we didn't know about. We can't clear this guy.
Yeah, he was not inactive last week, and
Yeah.
he was cleared to practice on Friday
Good.
of last week. So
Transitioning to the basketball, we loaded in some Finch audio. Here's Finch on Mike Conley's slow start.
I mean, his shot just keeps rimming in and out, so I'm not worried about that. Rotation-wise, I just feel like I'm taking him out every 4 minutes. That's not good. So I got to try to find a way to maybe lengthen some of his runs so he can play himself into a little bit of a rhythm. But he'll be fine. His summer was not the same with his wrist and everything. So he was not able to have his normal preparation and preseason stuff. So he's just playing catch up.
Look, not worried about Mike Conley at all. He's a pro. He'll figure it out. He'll get healthy. He'll get into the rotation that he wants to get into,
That's
and
how I
Finch
feel
will
too.
play the
Yeah, Hawks
minutes
said the
correctly.
same
But
thing.
in the meantime, while Conley's struggling, can you freaking put Dillingham in? Some of us
Correct.
want to watch the kid play.
yeah, I want to watch it.
Right, Parker? Put Dillingham in.
Yeah, I mean, it's so tough because it's like, I get it. I 100% agree. But it's like, at the same time, what Finch says, you got to let Mike kind of work through it. You're not going to sit an 18-year-old guy out in the court versus a 18-year vet, and it's like, you got to, this is what it's going to be for the Timberwolves. You got to have Mike Conley on the floor. But yeah, it'd be fun to watch Dillingham. He's obviously electric, handling the ball and all that.
I know I'm trying to get way ahead of the pace here, but isn't the whole point of drafting Dillingham is to have him for the playoffs as instant offense? You got to start building up the minutes in November and December for May.
Bronny's
Let's go.
played more.
Yeah.
And scored. Right, he scored last night. He has more points than Dillingham. Let's go.
In a blowout.
Probably off the court too. Yep. God dang it! Shannon hasn't played either.
I know, it's
we
tough.
Want to see the kids.
You want to see more of it. I 100% agree, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I feel like when you come down to the stretch and you have the team that you had last year, you want to, put those guys back on the court. But for us, we want to see Dillingham. We want to see Terrence Shannon Jr., Deshaun Nix, some of those guys. And it's a long year. It's 82 games.
Yeah,
I
some guys
trust
in.
Benchy. I trust him.
Yeah.
And
You
man,
oughta
Mike
learn to
Conley.
trust him.
Conley's
You like
such a
Finch.
good interview, dude. He's on with Barrero all the time. He's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Mike's great.
We're spoiled, man. We get Grenard, they get Conley, a couple of A+ interviewees.
Hey, Hawk, what do you do when it just rims in and out? Like you just can't find that.
You know what?
rhythm?
You keep trying, brother.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
listen to the
You
Hawks.
keep going for it. You know what I mean? You take
Do you
drink some
sit
Beet
it out?
Juice,
Do you
first
sit
of
it out
all.
a while, or do you just
No,
get
no.
right back in there?
No. You can't afford to do that. You never know when you get another opportunity.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I
let
mean?
it fly.
Drink some beet juice, keep rolling.
Yeah, good for you.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Happy Halloween.
It's time for
Happy Halloween.
Headlines brought to you by my friends at Wolf River Electric. Get those solar panels put on. Wolf River Electric can help you. They'll walk you through it. They walked me through it. I didn't know what I was doing. They do it all for you, step by step.
Hell
It's
yeah,
easy.
man.
They're awesome. Wolf River Electric. Has anybody seen The Diplomat? Because second season premiere of The Diplomat on Netflix is today. That's my gal, Carrie Russell. I've heard the season debut, or the first season was good. Just haven't seen it yet.
No.
What am I waiting for? It's Carrie Russell, for God's sake.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Yeah, how have you not watched it?
I don't know.
All that time alone in the basement, and you're not watching
I
Carrie
know.
Russell?
I
What
was-
else are you doing?
She was on Smart List this week, and she's just the best.
Come on.
Interesting.
Did they
smart.
actually let her talk, or no?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they
Oh,
did.
yeah.
That's interesting.
Squishy.
Yes.
You're sour on Smart List?
Oh, I quit Smartless a year
We've
ago.
talked about this.
Yeah.
I had the same problem.
Yeah.
With who specifically?
all of them.
Oh, really?
I love Arnett, but he asks 10-minute long questions. And
Okay.
they're never super interesting. It's a lot of patting himself, and then they all just sort of talk over each other, and they never let the guests actually get into something before they tangent
Why would they
into
do that?
something else.
That's unbelievable.
I couldn't agree more. So bad.
Why would they do that?
Guardsy.
I think the hype is worn off. The shine is worn off for me, and it was the why am I blanking on his name? Curb.
Squishy.
Larry David?
The Larry David episode ruined me. I'm like, that's
right?
it. That was my final straw. They never let him talk. They never let him get into anything. All Arnett tried to do is connect all the dots to how he knows people that know him. And I'm like, you guys just wasted. And if it's an hour-long podcast
Sayonara.
with all of the advertising that they have on there, with all the bantering that they do, it's maybe 20 minutes of the guests actually
Can't
talking
stand
about.
that.
You know, I
As we hit buttons and talk over everything
know,
Ben's
right?
been saying
Yeah.
about Beet
I know,
Juice
I know.
for 30
I,
straight minutes.
had the same problem with David Spade, man. He continues to just interrupt with jokes, and it's like, take a deep breath.
On the Fly on the Wall
yeah, man.
podcast.
I have a hard, and then I do it on the power trip. So
Well, it's hard not to.
Yeah, it's
Anyway, Carrie
Doesn't
Russell is an
matter.
American
Relax,
treasure.
Pat.
She's
Yeah,
amazing.
Pat.
She's my
relax.
favorite.
Very handsome.
Starting next week, Starbucks customers will no longer pay more for adding non-dairy milk to their orders.
Oh, that's huge.
I had no idea.
Well, thanks for
I
listening,
didn't know that
Pat.
was a thing, but
I didn't know that was a thing
Parker, it
either.
sounds like you're pumped.
Oat milk guy. I like my oat milk.
So that costs extra?
Yeah, extra
Yeah, it does.
75 cents, I think.
sure do.
Yeah.
Yep.
No longer. Starting next week.
That's huge.
You go, saving some
75
money.
What do you
cents.
get from Starbucks?
Just a cold brew with a splash of oat milk. Yeah, it's the go-to.
The sweet, sweet ganja.
Wow, you buy ganja from Starbucks?
Yeah, they got good prices.
Wow, Pat. I love Pat.
Very handsome.
Oh, thanks, Pat.
Jaywalking is now legal in New York City.
Here's what I did wrong.
I'm confused on what jaywalking
What
actually
is the exact
Crossing somewhere
jaywalking
other
term?
than the crosswalk.
So it's this bit where Jay Leno used to walk around the town and ask people questions. It was really his only bit outside of headlines. And then they stole the show
now-
from Conan.
And that was always illegal, and now it's legal.
That's correct. Yeah, they would give you a ticket in New York.
Now it's legal.
Yep.
So only Jay gets the ticket.
That's right.
Or used to get the ticket.
Yeah, I guess so. Paul,
Okay,
you
no,
going to say
me.
something? Were you gonna say
Wasn't
something?
that the opening of Robin Hood Men in Tights where they're in the jail part and the one guy says, "What are you in for?" And he goes, "Jaywalking."
It doesn't
It's
matter.
funny. Yeah, all right, Pat. You're
Okay,
right.
can
I'll
someone
stop.
answer me the question? I don't even know what jaywalking
Yeah, no,
is.
for real. I just said, it's crossing somewhere where there's not a crosswalk.
Just walking across the road.
That's right. Mhm.
Oh.
Where you're not supposed to be.
That's right.
Because
I
it's
always-
a danger, right? Theoretically,
Yeah.
it's a danger to
right.
you and the
And the
drivers.
driver, yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
So now legal, though. Go for it in New York, which
Yeah.
seems like the city you would want to do that the least. in.
Correct.
I know, right?
I wouldn't want to randomly cross the street in New York. You're going to get hit by 37 cabs.
But also, were New York police arresting people previously for jaywalking?
I don't know.
I don't know.
How cool would it be
Good
if you were
question.
jaywalking in New York and then Cash Cab hit you and killed you?
Oh,
Man,
What if it was a fake taxi?
Yeah, man. Or fake driving lessons. Yeah.
Says a
Guy
lot
doing what he
about
loves.
me and you that I want to be hit by a game show and you want to be hit by
What if the bang bust
pornographic
hits
website?
you?
Jeez.
Yeah,
I wasn't
just
even gonna
not
go
paying
there.
attention. Just runs you over.
Bang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Ben, you
walked
gotta
right
roll.
in front of it.
Yeah.
What time is it?
8:40.
Oh my gosh, I gotta go, you guys.
Happy Halloween, dude.
Happy Halloween. Have a great one. Enjoy the bonfires, the candy.
Win or
the
loss?
drinks.
Sunday. Win or loss?
We lose, but I'm.
Oh, you say
I'm-
we lose?
Wow.
No, I'm sorry. What did I say? Lose?
Yeah.
No, we win.
We win.
Beet
We
Juice.
win. Sorry, we win.
That was
but
his intuition.
I am.
Oh, no.
I am actually very concerned about this team.
Okay, so
I
don't
think-
sleep on the Colts.
Do not sleep on this defensive
Okay.
line at all.
All right.
Yeah,
really?
they are legit,
All right.
Oh, no.
but we win.
Is your guy Latu legit already or not? Or is he not playing much?
No, he's playing, but I would say with Buckner back.
Okay.
I mean, they're a way different defensive line when Buckner's back in there, and he's a man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. 3 to 4:30 every day. Twin Cities Live.
Thanks,
Ben
guys.
and Elizabeth.
Love you.
Thank you.
There goes Ben Lieber. A guy in Pennsylvania who claimed he was working on a $2 COVID vaccine was actually making fentanyl, and he was caught after he showed up at a bank with duffel bags full of cash.
Wow.
Was the fentanyl $2 or two?
I don't know.
Duffel bags of cash would be cool.
That would be so freaking cool.
Love that. Like they walked right out of the casino with duffel bags full of cash.
Yeah.
Right?
Again, Kristen, you've been in this spot as well with a big casino win. When you win a significant amount of money at the casino, legally, they have to give you the cash
Yes, they
if you
do.
ask for it, right? Just like in the movie Ocean's 11, the crew knew that on a fight night, the casino legally has to have that amount of money on hand.
That's right.
So that's why they knew they had 160 million or whatever in the vault, right? It's one of Terry Benedict's places. Anyway, point is, Chris, I'm sure you've been in this spot.
Yes, certainly.
When you win a significant amount,
Yes, sir.
part of you goes, all right, the smart thing to do is to take a check. I don't need to draw attention.
Yeah,
But the other part of you says, I want 6 duffel bags.
That's right.
I want to look so freaking rich walking out of here.
hell
but then
yeah.
you know you're going to get shot in the back of the head and that money's going to be gone.
You know,
it's
two birds,
America.
one stone.
Oh, jeez. Your mic is on, Hawk. Wow.
Sauce,
Guy's doing what he loves.
Sauce, what is the most amount of money you would feel safe walking out of a casino winning? But you want the cash, not the check.
I would always take the check because I can't stop gambling.
Hey, brother. How you doing?
Hey, Paul Lambert. Nice to meet you, Chris Hockey. I mean, I would walk out with probably maybe 10 grand, 15 grand. Yeah.
What about 20?
But I dress like I don't have any money, you know.
That helps me as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a nice sweatshirt.
Thank you.
But if somebody sees you win, it doesn't matter what you're wearing.
Yeah.
Right? If they see the cash being handed to you, you never know. Gotta
Well,
look over your shoulder.
What you do, and you can do this, by the way, is just say, I'd like
Security.
$98,000 on a check and
Oh.
$2,000 in cash.
There you go. Or you can have security walk you to your car.
You can do that too.
Almost any
And then
casino, if you win a
smooch 'em.
significant amount, they'll walk you out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I've never won that much. But
Gamble more.
it'll happen.
Sauce, I'm just going to read this headline and you can be the first to react.
Go ahead.
The Menendez brothers could be free as early as December 11th.
Yeah, it's a touchy topic. Obviously, they shot their parents in like close range. But if
Maybe their parents had duffel bags of money.
what they claimed happened to them, you know,
Yeah, not good.
not good, right? Like if
Yeah.
that actually happened to them, what is happened in the TV show and then in real life. Yeah, I don't know. It's,
I mean,
you know what I'm trying
systemic
to say.
assault of every kind you can think of.
Then, yeah.
Sure.
I think
But-
that Mark Jackson card's going up, though. I saw a couple TikToks about it.
I'm rich as hell,
Yeah.
Parker. After I sell my Mark Jackson cards, I'm going to have to invest in duffel bags
Yeah.
as well.
And then you could go put it all on casino and have more duffel bags. It's like
Oh
a
my
duffel
God.
bag express. You have to hire security.
Thought of that.
Who out of here would you pick as your top security?
Well, Lieber first.
Okay.
Hawk, because Hawk would fight somebody for me.
Good point. I wouldn't say they're
Hawk.
trying to take my money. I'd say they're trying to take my wife and my daughters, and then he would start
Yeah.
throwing fists. So probably
Barrera.
Chris second. I don't think Barrera would be
no.
real tough.
Guardsy.
No.
No.
He's got too many jobs.
What about Nordo?
Yeah.
Nordo's a man. He had a red hot beef stick yesterday, and
Yeah, that's a rumor, by the way.
handled it.
And then he
handled
said it
like
was
a man.
really hot and then ate the whole thing.
Speaking of really hot, check this out.
What?
Two middle-aged women.
Yeah.
That's where this is going. Two middle-aged women were on a road trip to try to reconcile their relationship in Georgia last week. So I guess they said, like, look, we're not hitting and sticking right now. We need to just get out in nature. Let's go across the country. Let's rekindle this relationship because it's fading fast.
Soaking wet.
Well,
My God.
Rosie, buckle up. Rosie, buckle up. So the reconciliation was going so well, things started to get a little heated in a good way, not in an anger way.
An enormous boner.
And
Hockey.
they started going at it full birthday suit in a lawn area right outside of McDonald's.
Shaming the cat.
Oh, my God.
So in the grass outside of McDonald's, just went for it in Georgia. And they were arrested for misdemeanor public indecency.
Yeah.
How'd the lawn look?
Normally I say I'm going to miss Zach next week because he's being clever.
I shagged her rotten, baby. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's go around the room. Let's see what you guys think about
Yeah,
this.
I'd do it.
Not that.
No, not that. Hawk. Relax.
Come get you some.
There was some kind of a thread on social media that went semi-viral talking about what's going to not exist in the next 25 years in terms of cultural things that we celebrate or traditions that Americans have. I'm going to say something. You guys tell me whether or not you think they will still be a thing in 25 years. Ready? Here we go.
Go ahead.
How about class reunions?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Man, those are fading, though.
Yeah. It's Facebook.
They say the main reason is social media makes people not care to go attend because they follow everybody's lives anyway. So they're saying class reunions are fading fast.
Nah, they'll stay around, I think.
I think the short ones will, right? Like the 5 and 10, because I think there is still like, hey, let's get together and party. I just saw you.
Yeah.
But once you get to our age where it's like, I don't care anymore. I like all those people. I hope they're doing well, but I don't know. I don't have time for that. And they're busy lives. They have busy lives with jobs and kids too. They don't have time for me.
No.
Can't blame them.
I guess I don't really care after
interest.
10 years.
Right.
No interest.
How about gender reveal parties?
Nope, don't do those. Those are the worst.
No, those will be dead, I think.
Yeah, hopefully. They're terrible.
So how come you didn't do one?
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to do one.
How would you have done one?
Did Kel want to do one?
No, I don't think so.
Didn't ask?
No, I did. I don't think she did. Her friends were like,
It doesn't matter.
are you guys going to do one? And Kelly was like, no, my husband hates them. So, yeah.
My favorite one is like the balloon one when like it's filled with helium and you're supposed to pop it and then they like mispop it. It flies away in the air.
Sayonara, suckers.
Sauce, this one's for you.
Go ahead.
Also because of social media, people online say they don't believe in 25 years that Christmas cards will still be a thing.
Please don't.
They shouldn't be a thing.
They shouldn't be.
You get an update on everybody every day, right? I'm not trying to be bah humbug, but Christmas cards shouldn't exist. And I'm going to have to send one in like 13 months, so that'll get thrown away.
Buck up.
Quickly.
I mean, come on.
I'm throwing yours away immediately.
You're not getting one.
Fantastic.
Because I don't get one from you anymore.
I wonder why.
Well, you're not in it.
That is true because, quote, they couldn't find a good picture of me, and, quote, I didn't think you would notice.
Think if that was the other way around. Think if it was you and your girls and your wife wasn't in it.
No, I know.
You said that.
Pudgy.
Do we believe that in 25 years, Black Friday will still be a thing?
Yeah.
Doesn't Black Friday basically start in September
Pretty
now?
much, yeah. That's the argument that they posted here on this story is that most of it's moved online anyway because the sales last all month. So the actual Black Friday bonanza might fade as well.
I don't know why you would
like it.
want to go to like for me personally, I have no interest in going to a store to shop ever.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
I still
Going to a
like it,
store
too.
is
Even for
sweet.
clothing?
Even for clothing. Yeah.
Really?
Because it's like, I don't know.
I hesitate to order clothing online all the time because I'm like, if it doesn't fit or if I don't like it, I don't want to go through the process of sending it back. And,
Come on.
Oh, I don't know. It's just too many steps. Just go and try it on.
That's fair. I guess I just know what I'm wearing, so.
That's true. How about this? 25 years from now,
Wear pants.
Jeez.
will beauty pageants still be a thing in 25
That's a good
years?
question. I doubt it.
Beauty pageant.
Anybody have an argument for it staying around? Anybody think it'll last?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
They seem to be fading too.
I think so too, yeah.
What about block parties?
Oh, yeah.
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 I think that'll always be
Yeah, be
in
around,
some
sure. Yeah.
form.
Yeah.
My garage band.
No, Pat.
All right, Chris, we can end on this one because this one's specifically you and your generation, but specifically you too.
Let's have it.
What do you think about 25 years from now? Will people care about car culture, like to be really into cars?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they will.
Parker, does your generation care about cars?
I know a couple guys that kind of do that. You know, I don't know anything about cars, but there's definitely some guys that are my friends that are still big into the car generation. But I think, like you said, it's definitely less and definitely less.
Because I think that here's the difference. Chris's generation and obviously before Chris, every car was so different and unique that it was cool to be like, I know what that car has.
Now
and
they're
this
all
car.
the same.
Now they're all the same. Because and I'll speak for myself. That's why whenever my lease is up, when I call my guy Jimmy at Luther, I'm like, what am I driving this time? I don't care because I know it's going to be reliable, solid. I don't care. I just say, I need it to be black wheels, and I'll come and pick it up in about 3 hours.
Yeah.
I don't care. I just want something that's button bar.
I think that's very, very weird.
Good thing I said tires.
I think that's very, very weird.
I just want efficiency. So I don't care about the ins and outs of cars. I don't care what it looks like. I just want it to be
they all have AirPlay.
solid.
They all have CarPlay. They all have 4-wheel drive.
Sure.
All that stuff.
Here's the thing. Part of being an American
Here we go.
is the ability to move about the country at your own pace, at your own leisure. That's something that most countries don't have and don't understand. We can get in our car and drive to California today if we want. Car culture will never go away in the United States.
Well said, Hawk.
Thank you.
Bring it home.
I think I said that well.
Yeah,
You did.
Thank
You
you.
always say well.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, you always say well.
Yeah, thank you. Me do one?
Me do one?
Stay fair T-shirt idea. Me
I
do
agree.
one.
I agree.
Somebody write that down because again, we got to keep this going for like 10 months.
No, it's right around the corner.
Me do one.
Hey, the time changes this weekend. Get your kids ready.
Spending a few days beforehand, adjusting little by little, 15 minutes each night, going down later, getting up a little bit later, can lead to less of a dramatic shift of a whole hour for them on Sunday, and especially going into Monday and to school again.
So yeah,
That's insane. Whose kids go to bed the second you tell them to go to bed? Who's on that?
good parents.
Yeah, I would bet Nordo's kids, Jenna's kids, Guardsey's kids.
No chance.
Sauce's future kid.
No
No
chance.
chance. No.
No.
No, Dad. Okay.
Yeah, all right, buddy. You want to play more Madden? We'll play Madden together.
What age do you think you're going to give them a video game console and start playing?
It's already in there.
Yeah, it's in the nursery.
No, that's not what I meant.
Okay,
Kel
it's in
took
the
that
nursery,
toy
at
thing a
least.
little too literally.
Okay. My God.
God, it's in the nursery.
Wow. Relax. All of you.
Hey, in there, you wanna
No,
call
he
some
said
Red
Game
Dead?
Boy. This show's stupid.
This got real weird.
Parker, just go to practice and drink some beet juice.
Oh, that's the plan. I'll bring some on Thursday. We can all try
Please
it.
don't. Please don't.
Yeah, do it.
Bring some, please.
Yeah, do
I
it.
will.
Yeah, I'll try it.
Yeah, give it a try.
Have Ben Johnson bring in like 6 gallons, and we'll just all slam it and see what happens. Tommy will probably
You don't wanna
stick
be doing
around.
that.
Yeah, Tommy will be here for that
He'll
part.
stick around till 9.
You can't beat Johnson's Beet Juice.
Oh my God.
My God.
Thanks to everybody for joining the show today. Tomorrow, like Chris mentioned, monster lineup. Again, the return of John Creasel, Mark Parrish, Marnie Gellner, Charts Challenge, Mr. Z probably tomorrow. And Nafisa Collier makes her initials and Power Trip debut. That'll be super cool to meet her. Everybody says she's awesome. Can't wait to meet her. 9 to noon is next. Talk to you tomorrow, 5:30 to 9.
Everybody have a wonderful day.